Alright, back already. We're going after Varric. One of 3 quests, I guess, for this thing. It's always in 3s for some crazy reason. So let's head on outside.
Yes.
No. Wait, is that a Centurion arms? No, not quite. The Halls of Healing, the Meat House. Ah, blasted with ads. Man, that ball of light is bright. Can I actually... No, I can't. Probably not anyway. Okay. Sure, that works. Perfect. Let's roll. I still want to get some titanium, I think. Wait, what can I go outside? Brah! Oh. What a crazy looking planet. 575 meters, okay. Some sort of water purification area? Yeah, it's very spacey. Taxi? You enjoying your chips? Wow, these are an incredible amount of experience for what they are. Are you threatening me? Threatening me with a goose time? Oh, there's goo everywhere. Those star shards are actually pretty good. I imagine I'm gonna need these vortex shards. Feel it. I guess I'll find out. It's a vortex horror? What the heck? I imagine this is just gonna spawn infinitely. Oops, my bad. All right, let's keep rolling. I do like the farming though. Yeah, this may be more your game than Monster Hunter. I don't know. A whole bunch of different games out there. I like a little variety. Play a little bit of everything. New shooters kind of guy? Yeah, well. Monster Hunter isn't going to give you that for sure. Oh, we're actually going farther away from this guy. Is he up here? Starfield is superior to Monster Hunter. You heard it here first.
Did you hear something?
suppose there is a bow and guns. Well, what's the point, you know?
Something's out there.
Starfield also doesn't have Woodwoods, which is definitely an improvement. But I mean, it's all about hunting monsters. If somebody reads the title of that game and they're suddenly shocked that all they do is hunt monsters, I'm like, well, I don't feel like this was false advertising. You wish. My ample tongue is remaining exactly where it is. I kind of want to put more points into this. Boost pack training. Title Update 2 is actually coming out in a little bit for Monster Hunter. That'll probably breathe some new life into it for a little bit. There's at least one person who would appreciate that. What the hell is this? Okay. Bruh. Nice. Woodwoods are manipulative beasts. One might even describe them as slackers. Report to my account. Hopefully. And I'll never have to play Monster Hunter ever again. Or stream ever again. I guess either one's okay. Alright, where is this guy? I think he's up there, maybe. Well, the only thing that gets chumped in Monster Hunter is me. My longsword parry skills are basically 0. Penicillin. Uh-oh. Interesting. Nice thing about pistols is they don't weigh a lot, but they still sell for quite a bit, so it's like value per weight is really solid. Alright, where the F is Varric?
Keep your eye out for anything that...
If I was this guy, where would I go? On lifting commands? What? Like words of power for lifting. Push the envelope. There is no limit. I don't get it. What am I supposed to look for? We got 2 journals. Is there a third maybe? Say no to pot. Oh. The bloodstain is large.
But not an uneventful stay for the occupant.
Okay, so big ass bloodstain, which means there should be more blood somewhere else.
Look at this view. Despite everything, I cannot help but be moved by how beautiful my home can be.
It is a pretty world, at least as far as Starfield's concerned. Look at this. So much stuff. Do you even lift? Big thing of blood. Oh. So the vortex things came and effed him up? Is that what's going on? I'm not a very good investigator. Sleep here for an hour.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to learn more next time.
What?
I'm glad to see you. It is always a pleasure.
Did she imply we did something in that 1 hour? Alright, I'm a little lost. I do like that I'm going to be able to just cheese my way into... getting my boost stuff sorted out. But I have a feeling I need to get out of combat? No, we already did. I don't get it. I'd expect if there was this much blood on the ground that there'd be a trail of some variety, right? Like, that makes sense? Maybe I'm expecting too much.
There's got to be something here to.
Gotta be something, I guess, but it's not obvious. For sure. I can just tell this guy's father that he's dead. Hella good. Seriously, though. Small stepladder. What am I supposed to do? Oh, there's a footprint. My God. And that guy's a high level. Holy crap. What the heck is a vortex cyst? Ew. Oh, it's a glowing one.
All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things.
Just wait until you see a terramorph. Oh boy. Just wait until you see a terramorph.
Terror, what? At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything?
Found some blood and footprints, but couldn't make anything out.
Well, let's take a look. Looks like Varric was running around in a panic. Nothing. I blame him. He definitely fled the camp. Better go check below and see if we can find out which direction he went.
Okay. See what else we can be ambushed by down here.
Considering all the blood, it looks like he stopped here to patch himself up. He's heading northwest, though, so let's see where that takes us.
Sure. Oh, what is this? Particle beam shotgun? There's that one guy who's looking for a legendary breach thing. I guess that doesn't really fit the bill. I guess I might actually be able to find some tungsten in theory. Not on this rock. It's marathon time. We can use the personal atmosphere to haul ass a little faster. Companions need to work on that cardio. Alright, what do we got up here? Machines? Is it going to be hostile? Nope. Hello. Question the farmers.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited?
We're looking for an injured young man that may have passed through here.
Through here? You realize you're in the middle of nowhere.
He's injured. We're worried about him.
I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it.
His injuries may need special treatment. Please.
All right, fine.
Eden,
Lies,
you
data
sure you
basics.
know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well.
You're back.
Never mind my partner. They're just overly
How's
cautious.
the downer on top of the
As I
downers?
said, we're isolated out here. We keep to ourselves. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental.
All the
It
way down to
must
the
have been
ground.
him.
So Varric's still alive.
He had a pretty bad injury, but we were able to patch him up. He didn't want to stick around though. Once he felt better, we sent him north. There's a long abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own growths to get started.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, and safe travels. If you find him, give him our regards.
Sure.
We thank you. Great serpent guide you.
Serpent watch over you.
Mila's your daughter? How did that happen? Alien technology is weird. Or she's adapted. Or adopted. Same difference. That reminds me, I gotta lower the gymnastic rings, I think, the next time I stream. The fitness stuff. I imagine I'm not supposed to jump over the mountains. I could do it though. But we're gonna cruise around instead. What the heck is that? I don't know. It's dead now. Can I throw a football over them? I wish. And I have no damage. Poor creatures. That thing was coming right at me. Which is pure danger. Ecliptic, whatever. Ugh. This is so obnoxious. Whatever. Well, I hope they enjoyed that. Yeah, they're trying to hunt me down, the jerks. Friggin' mercs. I need to reload 9 more times. Just wait it out. Go full pacifist. No, in video games, murder is like 95% of the answer. Can't negotiate? Murder. People annoying you? Murder. Want something but can't afford it? Murder.
If you see any settlers, best to just keep moving. Or shoot them. One or the other.
The Apostate's Refuge. This is where all the traitors are. I mean, they have an extra health condition now. It's called mortality. Hello. Today was a good day. The Model A's are up and running. The dude has become a farmer. At least he made his bed. That's cool. It's more than I do. What's up, Teddy? You feeling better these days? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, I didn't need that crap. Don't even need that, to be honest. Hey, thanks. Your 40th sister's... Your sister's 40th birthday. Was it fun? I'm gonna go visit my dad tomorrow because it's Father's Day. Hello. Can I search for more things, or is this you leaving too far here? Varric. Where are you, man? Hello? This is a pretty cool grow up. I'll take the cosmetics, I think. The rest of it's kind of whatever. Goat flare up. That sucked. Hey, it's a whole family reunion. And under positive circumstances. I know at least one other person with gout. The reason they got gout was their diet was total ass.
It's been a minute since I stretched the old legs. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything?
Varric's not home, but this is where he's living. Who's that in the
Sounds like
background?
it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, 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 hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Just a comedy of
so-
errors. Your father sent me to kill you.
Kill me? As if he wasn't already suffocating me. I figured the old man might play it that way. Always the extremist. But since I have your attention, allow me to plead my case.
Of course, I'd like to know your side of the story.
I'm glad someone does for once. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born
Just like those
House Devout.
tattoos.
I was raised to inherit the role of elder, to run the ministry of state, to worship the great serpent. But I want none of it.
Okay, so you get the uric acid buildup, and then it just like makes your joints hurt a lot. There's always a choice.
With House Vithal, easier said than done.
This is true. House Bethal and the Ministry of State are known to be the most devout and punitive of the houses. It would not be easy to leave without extreme consequences, as you now know.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for
Guess
House
the kind of
Vidal
foods you choose
is
really
all he
influence
cares
it.
about.
Man, when I drink heavily, my feet swell up because I'm just sitting here doing whatever, right? Having nurturing, supportive parents makes a world of difference.
You sound as if you speak from experience. I envy
Can I
you.
get elephant feet?
Sometimes I would give anything.
It's all the fluid
A
buildup.
supportive word from my father. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now.
Yeah, it's like walking in water shoes. Yeah, it makes sense, Teddy. Sucks being restricted but like that. I've got family members with diabetes and stuff, and it's just like I have to be very careful about maintaining that blood sugar in a certain level. That explains the tracker.
Yeah, I needed a way to find him once he got outside the city. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Barrick running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not two for the price of one?
So, now you know my
That's
true
good, man.
intentions for leaving. And
Making
given the
better choices is hard
circumstances,
sometimes.
I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here.
I think you just find a routine that mostly works and you roll with it. First, tell me why you chose to leave now of all times.
I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the scaled citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
Yeah, I went for a walk first thing this morning. Gets the blood flowing. Ideally, if you want to like get the maximum effect from a walk, you do it after you eat. You get a giant like blood sugar reduction from it. And the general digestion bonuses that come from it, especially since we've gotten a lot more sedentary in life, is a big deal.
Hello? You were saying?
I'll never understand religion, especially at extreme levels like this.
I understand that some people need faith as guidance, but Varun's society takes it too far. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life.
Still running
I ask
around,
you to
Benjamin?
Give me that chance.
Too depressed to do the thing that makes you less depressed? I guess that makes sense. You just get nauseous when you eat first thing? Should I
Usually a
persuade this guy to go
conversation
back?
requires
I don't
deep
actually care that
participation.
much. Alright, you're free to go, but I would ask for something in return.
Anything. Name it.
Your signet ring. Victor wants it as proof of death.
My ring. Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence.
Your sister would want you to live.
True. It's as if she's looking out for me. One last time. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact
Was it just
that
climate that's
I'll
getting you down,
remain
Benji?
with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Still enjoying your job?
And just what is... I am here if you need me.
I've been pretty lucky through my life. I've only had a couple low points.
Promised.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Great Serpent be at your side.
I didn't mean weather. I said climate. But yeah.
Back. What news do you bring?
Varric answers to the Great Serpent now.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this.
Actually, the blood is on my hands.
I have not overlooked your involvement in this.
No, it was Varric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria.
I will not hear any more of this. It is done.
You're on tenterhooks.
Leave us.
Waiting is the worst.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it.
Something tells me she's not getting over that.
She will. She has duties to perform. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you
I have a
think.
friend, all he wants to do
Only
is have
one
some
matter
random
remains to
cabin in the
discuss.
woods.
Did you find any
He wants to make one food item, like a stew, and just serve whiskey, like good whiskey and beer, and just talk to people. That's all he wants to do. Vera kept it close to the chest. He told no one.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion.
Is that friend you? No, but I figured that was up your alley,
Restored
or
order
alley
to this
too.
house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access.
I think
code
most people, when their
accuracy
needs are all
is
taken care
connected to
of,
the
they
power
go into
grid.
creative pursuits or
Now,
like self-enrichment
I
for the
have
most
much
part.
to arrange.
If only you had allowed Varric to live.
I don't actually know where he is now. He disappeared with some girl.
I would allow Victoria her space. Great Serpent keep you.
Actually, let's go talk to Victoria if I can. I wanted to see if I can tell her that, hey, I didn't actually kill this person. Where would she be? I should have chased after her when she left. It's Divina's. No, that's not what I want either.
you have the codes, see to their delivery.
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely people who can't help but consume and consume and consume. Where the heck did this chick go?
Idle hands and minds are where heresy is sown.
Something disrupts Victor's work.
Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from me.
In the washroom? Consumerism is a cancer, but that dopamine hit, man.
About the report I sent you.
Indeed, I will have my official response finished. Victor may not.
Where is this person?
He will regret this.
I appreciate your insight, especially since we do not make these decisions lightly.
Ugh.
Heresy
Whatever.
comes in many forms, but you have still to learn it.
Dopamine is finite? Yeah, you better believe it. Okay.
The very sight of you offends me. I wish only to be rid of you.
I have news that requires utmost secrecy.
Great serpent, steal me. My heart beats with anticipation, and yet I fear to ask.
Your nephew is still alive.
The great serpent is truly merciful. Where is he? I must see him.
He doesn't want to be found.
I understand. I always knew that Victor would drive him away. Varric often spoke to me of his own dreams and aspirations. And they never did include house politics. I think even Victor knew he was unhappy. But his pride only allowed him to see a boy that would follow in his footsteps.
This is why I stream. For validation. I only wanted you to know the truth.
And the truth will stay with me, and me alone. As much as I want to see his face, it is enough to know that Varric is alive and safe. You have brought me peace. Thank you, Vindicator.
Yep, I'm not a giant douchebag. I'm just a tiny douchebag.
Until
Let's get out of here. Also, what the F is that? That's a massive ship. I guess. Let's go and take a look.
Just trying to survive
One day at a time. Actually, why am I going over here? Guess it's fine. This is the big Chungus morning device. It's supposed to be able to punch through the shield. It's kind of cool.
I pray the noble houses are forthcoming. They must know how important our...
I do too.
I am proud to be chosen to work with such a vital ministry.
You do not understand. I saw a Nazco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the great serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. Did Victor finally relinquish the access code?
Yes, this slate has a code on it.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're the
Finally
destroyer
have
of
the
worlds,
resources
Teddy.
to fully charge the morning device. Now, let's hope houses Kadik and Dul Kef are as forthcoming.
Kadik!
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
Nothing is real. My want is to not have to work. So I can work on other things. You're both right. We must have faith that our efforts will succeed, but that means nothing without the science.
It sounds like you agree with me.
And yet, only one is the foundation for the other.
Zug zug.
The proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Sick.
The Great Serpent speaks to you, guides you. I have seen visions of Anasco searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the
Oh,
void.
I'm gonna go so deep in that vortex.
And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence.
I don't even know what that means.
Worry not. Understanding is not given to those who lack the Herald's eye. But rest assured, all will be revealed.
I don't want to be a
Jeremy
bird.
knows.
I just want to play video games and mess around with my guitar.
You will find a
Maybe learn a language or two, program a bit.
There, you will make
That's all I want.
with Anasco Varun.
It would be unwise to ignore the Herald's counsel.
How do you know such a cave exists?
The Great Serpent has blessed me with the sight, and I have seen events there that are only now beginning to take shape.
You sound certain I'll find him there.
It is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions,
The Great Serpent is Todd Howard.
In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him.
Maybe that future is simply the Serpent's will.
It was not his will, but a warning. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And
You being
while
born
my
rich?
do not show any anomalous activity. I admit there's a lot of
I don't think people who build their wealth are necessarily like relying purely on luck.
Danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on a minute chance Anasco is present.
You just need to have a little faith.
I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same.
If you point me to the cave, I can find him.
Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find a Nazco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
Andreja always looks so concerned.
I'll pass on your concerns.
Following the quest markers. I definitely deviated from my parents' value set. Is this Final Fantasy? Are these whispers? Oh, cool. Run! Woo! Yeah, maybe not. I don't worry about it. I just try not to be a douchebag. That's really it. Ah! Horror of horrors! Oh god. To be a douchebag, you don't care? It's like you're calling. Gonna pull a Luigi. Ah! These things are so annoying. Wow, this guy's punchy. Why are these things level 60? Oh, girl milk, delicious. Okay. Let's go buy that reload skill. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually help me though. Ugh. Oh boy. Hey, Sanjay. Oh, I was definitely influenced. Oh, there is a cave. It's so anomalous. Let's get in there. I can only go in here alone? You're still awake? Were you just slamming the booze? I find that people, when they get drunk, they tend to fall into one of three categories. Sort of get introspective sometimes. Glorp. Glorp, glorp. Oh god. I find in here. I like the lighting. These things are literally face huggers. I don't need eggs inside of me, thank you. Why am I picking up these vortex shards anyway? Eloquent? I find that when I drink and I stream, I just spew a lot more nonsense. It's a lot easier just to keep the endless chatter going. Level 38. Okay, bruh. A little more emotionally? I don't know, it's nothing I've really thought about too much. It's the rift. Let's get in there.
I speak into this void, and it answers with silence. Have you abandoned me, Great Serpent? Do you not hear my pleas?
I hear you.
You understand me? Hear my voice. But I do not know you. I hesitate to ask, but what manner of being are you? Do you truly serve his will?
The Great Serpent has guided me to you.
Yes. He works through you and built the path to guide you to me. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me playing. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The
I
breach
should start a
collapses.
cult.
The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there.
Oh boy. They're coming right for me. Uh-oh. Made an error. You have a cult? Being on Twitch creates expectations? I'm not sure about that. Collapse the cave to seal the horrors. Heck yeah. The horrors have been sealed in. Censored on Twitch to behave a certain way? I mean, you're talking about like dropping N-bombs left and right or what? You think I should be able to drop N-bombs left and right? I think Twitch has problems in terms of the inconsistencies of its terms of service. I don't personally behave any different than I would. You're being facetious. I don't know, man. I thought there was maybe some meta argument about cultural offense. I mean, it is still a thing. Why are so many things trying to murder me? How do I get out of this hellhole? Aha! I mean, that's the joy of English, right? String together a bunch of nonsense that people will probably understand you. Oh boy. Gun is not good for this. Just roll with it. I think Twitch censorship is mostly stemming from who pays their bills. Yeah, I should have gone shotgun. So if the people who pay your bills are trying to project a certain image, then you will project that image. Wabu, why are you awake? Well, they want to protect their ad dollars, yeah. If you're not letting you sleep, you need the pills. What a drug addict. Why did it say my activity missions got changed? Weird.
We live to see another
I actually thought it was interesting that YouTube claimed that we're going to back off a bit. I wonder what their motivation is, and I don't know what that actually means. Teddy always has half a glass of whiskey somewhere. What's your poison of choice tonight? I've never heard of Surly Brewing. We're pretty anti-American product here, at least as far as booze is concerned at the moment. Unexpected store exception. That's interesting. I mean, most exceptions are unexpected. I've never heard of that one. I'd have to Google it up. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole idea I'm getting a beverage so I can taste the flavor of licking a tree doesn't really appeal to me. I'm more of a stout guy.
Your life, your purpose.
I like Trappist beers a lot.
Forever changed. You return. What news do you have of Anasco?
Nasco is waiting for us in the Scaled Citadel. I was able to speak with him.
Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need.
The only beer I truly hate
Skepticism only
so far
strengthens
is
us.
sours.
As you say. But to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extraction?
I'm beginning to think we have very different tastes in beer, Benjamins. I did say so far, like not, I haven't tried all of them, so I can't know, but man, not great. He said the gate is still open.
Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was modified to house the equipment to create a gate to the vortex. If it still runs, that would explain everything we have experienced since the initial incident.
It is much more than that.
I like ales, I like
More than
stouts, I
my
like
friend for
lagers,
Anasco's
pilsners.
return. I sense he is lost, fading. But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt Anasco's presence clear and distinct. Even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world. Yes, there are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been established. I believe the same is true for you and Anasco.
I would need time to attempt a scientific explanation for why or how this happened, but for now, let us assume my sister is correct.
And that is the essence of faith. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this point. But I do know this link would play a role.
Yeah, it's just not pleasurable for me.
Agreed. And with
I think if you
this
get any
support,
drink cold
we can
enough,
now
it's
continue the
probably
work of
okay,
aligning
but
the noble houses.
it's not worth the money or the
Together,
time.
we will find a way to complete the mourning device.
Red ales, I like the flavor of, but they tend to give me a headache. I think there's something about them that makes them really dehydrating.
I hope when you return to the settled systems, you laid in
Showing serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right.
Here,
I'll be
Benjamins.
heading back soon enough.
Ignore the fact that alcohol is stupidly expensive in this country, okay? Well, especially this province. So this website, assuming you can access to it, represents most of the booze that I can easily get my hands on. It was probably just gibberish,
I have
Wabu.
been thinking about us as a couple.
Find something
Not
interesting
sure
in there
the
for me.
terminology. Our relationship, let us say.
It's pretty wonderful, isn't it?
It is, and I am thankful for you every day. You and I come from such different backgrounds. We have shared experiences, and you are now of the promised, but still. I was sent out into the settled systems with a specific mission, one that came with a great many expectations, not the least of which was that I would remain wholly committed to that mission. Not to anything or anyone else.
You can't help what you feel. It's part of who you are.
The Great Serpent might have a few things to say about that. But this is a situation I was not supposed to be in, on top of already revealing my past to you, which I was never supposed to do.
You've been through so much. You deserve to be happy.
Sometimes I am not so sure I agree with that. but I appreciate your saying so. I will
Their
try to
website's
think
very
that
slow
way
today
going
for some
forward.
reason. I don't know
I
why.
just hate to think of anything coming between us, whether now or in the future. But you are right. I need to focus on what is in front of me now. Not something I have no control over. Thank you for talking me through this. It only serves to remind me how much you mean to me. How deeply I care about you.
I think it's time we make this official.
Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me. I am at a loss for words.
I was kind of hoping that yes would be in there somewhere.
Of course, yes. Yes, I want that too. What you and I have, it is so unique, so wonderfully unexpected. I do not think any standard practice, Barun or otherwise, would do it justice. I need some time to consider what official might mean, what would do it justice. But do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I will not let you go for a moment.
And this is how people get hooked on ChatGPT. I think I just sit here for a little while.
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Let's get down to business.
You're right. It's not wise to waste time on pleasantries, especially now. Besides, who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
We need Sahima to help recalibrate the morning device.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the zealots to be so bold.
Hey man, I'm just an ignorant English speaker. I have no idea what's going on. Tell me what the zealots have demanded so far.
The zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
If I can get to those hostages first, the zealots will have no leverage.
Aha. My thoughts exactly. Normally,
I want to
have
learn
agents
at
doing
least 2 more
everything
languages.
possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally
Yeah,
take
French
action.
is the first one. Just tell me where the hostages are.
And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a
I don't need the ladies. I have
and they
video
also
games.
work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
Let's hear about these complications then.
As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. so don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit, as long as no physical harm comes to them.
All right, mental anguish it is. Any tips on getting through to Merrick?
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk.
You're establishing a relationship with the Zealots?
What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting, to stay one step ahead.
Why would giving the location jeopardize Merrick's work?
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
I'll return once I've learned the location.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
I don't think most mouthwash has alcohol in it anymore. There was too many people drinking mouthwash.
If you're here for Razma, she's in her office.
Man, this building is very hard to navigate. Wait, I saw this chick when I came in. There we go. Okay, apparently I gotta stay in House Kadik. Which I actually don't know how to get to it. What's the layout of this place like? I mean, there's 10 and 12% beers that I like. That aren't IPAs. Just quote unquote strong beers or whatever.
The great serpent spared so many.
The key piece is they don't taste like trees.
Feel the loss.
Man, how do I get around this place? Serpent this, serpent that. Pine is amazing. Maybe it's just because I don't like going outside that much. I've stolen Merrick's passcode. And I've gone through the wrong door. Okay, turns out there's only one door.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
I may not be House Kadik, but I'm the only one here that's communicating with the Nazca Varun.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned vindicator who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I'm looking for a certain zealot base. I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
It's not ridiculous. Razman told me you know.
Well, you could have led with that. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
Very perceptive. I can see why Razma is so impressed with you.
Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
Trappist ale is very good. And at such a young age, too. She must consider you a prodigy.
I do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
Of course not. Good work takes time no matter how talented you are.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
I can't imagine how hard it must have been to earn these Zealots' trust.
You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do.
I don't think I've had any pine needle drinks.
The Zealots do have the element
I guess it's more like tonic.
Unpredictability.
If they're unpredictable, you can see how the negotiations may not work.
I had a feeling this conversation was going to take a turn. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Razma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
You really should rethink your position on the hostages.
As much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so.
You really need to consider the dangers here.
Perhaps you're right.
You can't trust the Zealots.
If anything, they are unpredictable. Point taken. All right, I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Razma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned.
Why would giving me this information get you reassigned?
Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations.
I'll follow up with Razma. Thank you. This information will save lives.
It better.
Sick. I guess I could have just broken into his office or something.
I pray you were successful. You must have gotten the location.
The hostages are being held at Shadow Station Epsilon.
Ah, yes, the old Varun military outpost. It's a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
Why didn't you try to search Shadow Station Epsilon earlier?
Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all.
What are these Shadow Stations?
The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others.
I'll head there right away.
The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
A neutral location outside of Dazra. I'll be there.
I see you have a grasp on how these types of negotiations work. I'll stall the zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Vindicator, a word before you go. Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
Well, they shoot me a lot. I try not to judge people.
How magnanimous. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within
Okay, I
our
won't,
society.
Wabu.
They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
Someone withholding information. What a surprise.
I'm glad to see you're well-versed in humanity. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
How did he get suckered into something like that? Just make him do some working out or something. Well, like break the mold there. I've saved him. So Rasma doesn't want the council to know her true relationship with the Zealots.
Exactly. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Rasma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
I find it hard to believe the High Council isn't aware of any of this.
The Council knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Rasma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
But I'm going to find Sahima so Rasma can take back control.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
And you expect me to do something about it?
How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive,
Why not, Benjamin?
Basma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Khalik would go to any lengths, it seems.
So you're condoning the murder of your own family.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house. All you need to get is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
No way I'm doing your dirty work.
I see I misjudged you. How unfortunate for us all. Well, should you change your mind, the offer still stands. And Vindicator, this conversation stays between us.
Does it though? I think I hold all the keys. All right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. You ever wonder how people figure out things like that? Was beer an accident? Like somebody just
Something I can do for you?
left some wheat in a bucket somewhere and it got wet by accident, and then somebody dared somebody to drink the juice out of the bottom of the barrel or something. Like, how did they get to that point? That's literally how it happened. Spacer scum. That's what I'm all about. All right.
Good one.
Oh, this is actually kind of annoying. Get out of here. You cannot be me. I have plot armor. Damn, to taste it. You are the originators of beer. Bro, this actually tastes pretty good. You should have some too.
Did they have anything of value?
Like, no, man, I'm serious. Why am I carrying so much garbage? What the hell? Eh. Imagine if all Gen Z slang was actually just slang from like 200 BC. History repeating, man. It's like yeet. Yeet was some old word. Somebody brought it back, thought it was hilarious. Round and round and round. Nothing is new. Are these weapons hit scan or are they actually projectile based? Oh, look at how organized these guys are. What an ambush. It's gonna make the whole herd extinct at this point. Why are there so many? Are they having some sort of congregation or whatever? Eat the skeet. Isn't skeet like ejaculate? Build a fleet, move the beat. What? I think Wabu's delirious. He's dying from lack of sleep. Sorry, Doc. Yeah, you just want to get Spider-Man. Oh, skeet shooting. I thought we were talking the slang. Benjafin's is a huge disc chucker. Is it? I've never paid much mind to System of a Down lyrics. It's totally possible. Surge, what's his name, talks too fast as it is. Turrets are friggin' annoying. His body just falls to the stairs. Classic. And they have a lot of stuff here. Didn't Surge leave System of a Down so they could work on Opera or something? Let's get in here. Shadow Station Epsilon. I thought this was going to be like a space station. Life is pain. Yeah, this is why I was confused. This slang word. Very exciting. Okay, that doesn't work. Did I just choose the wrong thing in general? I might though. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. So that's an epic breach. Almost a legendary. I've never said that. Or maybe you should say it more often. Hey, you like that dog? I'm actually surprised you even noticed it. What the heck is that emote, Sunshine? Alright, let's get this robot control in here. I'm just gonna auto slot one. I don't want to think too hard. What? That works, yeah, okay. Alright, let's activate the robots. Gonna protect me now, and then we're gonna activate the units. Hopefully we will hear the sweet music of death. We could put chat into emote only mode. See how far you can get. Oh, I could have just snuck in instead of murdering everybody. Oh well. Murder it is. Annoying. Squish, 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 squish. Goosh, goosh. All right. There we go. Power begets power. It kind of does. That's why I try to accumulate as much as possible. And then once I reach the singularity, I will become king of the world. Oops. Food. I've got some celery and some seaweed. Holy crap. I can make myself a salad. Do the Trump walk and slip down the stairs as I go to Air Force One? I don't think so. I would be the best king of the world ever. It would be a time of enlightenment. The amount of money I would save by not having all those pesky layers of oversight. Ha! Amazing. Oh boy. Running the booty. Oh, there's more of you guys there. I wonder how despotic I could get. Going into the back door. Oh, I actually don't care about contraband caches. Shielded lab outfit. Huh. Oh, hi. Man, there's so much stuff here. They were ready to hunker down.
Who are you?
Come with me if you want to live.
Wait, I can't just leave. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The original experiment? What are you talking about?
The original experiment. The one that took out half of Dazra and
Oh, that
sealed off
one.
the Scaled Citadel. Surely you must know. I'm sorry. I realize the elders and council members may not be properly disseminating this information. I'm not one for politics, obviously.
The Zealots are forcing you to continue your research here?
Well, the Zealots think they are forcing me to continue my research here. They want me to apply my theories to Anasco's Scaled Citadel debacle. Somehow they ascertained my previous involvement.
Good news. The High Council thinks you have all the answers too.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
And the Zealots also plan on using you as a pawn in negotiations.
Negotiations? Oh, right.
I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right.
Well, when we get back, you can say that to their faces.
With pleasure, but I won't leave without the others. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nazco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here.
Excellent, Wabu.
Granted, I
Have a
could
good night,
probably
man.
make it work if I had to.
Alright, Miss Humility. Let's focus on freeing the hostages here.
Right. Focus. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room.
Perfect.
I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are different.
Whatever the situation, I can handle it.
I pray your confidence is well justified. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside.
That's risky. What if the Zealots catch you?
I'm more than capable of handling myself. Besides, the Zealots think they need me, so my life isn't in danger. If I'm not out there when you free the hostages, just come back for me.
Sounds like a plan.
And a well thought out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships.
Good luck. See you outside.
You sure will.
Can I steal a research too? Ugh. I cannot. I guess I'm not allowed to back things up. Oops. Also. File not found background. Alright, let's go see what weirdos are down here. Hello. Ammo. What's the fun, I guess? What else can I discover down here? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, it's one of you guys. Actually, not the first one I've seen of these guys. Somebody left their iPad on the ground.
Serpent, be merciful. Has help finally arrived?
Who are you? You aren't a zealot. Who are you?
Sahima sent me. I'm getting you out of here.
Thank the serpent. So that means she's safe?
Sahima's safe. She's granting us access to an elevator to escape.
I wish it were that easy. The zealots separated us.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
regiment is still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the zealots.
and rescue the others so we may all escape safely.
Ah, all right. I'll clear the path.
We'll be ready.
My God. Friends this, family that.
Protect us!
This is beyond Gino's will!
Anybody else? Oh, he's down there. Yep. Gross. All right, up to no good for sure. What else can I find in here? Digipix, I'll take that. Credits, sure. Okay.
Great Serpent, the Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you.
Redeemed our weapon. Get rolling, man. Did I miss somebody that was on the ground? Doesn't look like it. Going in circles. Who did I miss? Oh, this is just back out. Sure, I'll take the rare stuff. Don't care so much about the rest of it.
Serpents, thank the serpent. I thought I was done.
Let's roll.
By the
I did do it. So exciting. All right.
You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad everyone made it out safely.
Now, it's time for you to head back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place.
The negotiations are at the Badlands Power Station. Be quick.
Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
Don't worry, I'll be there.
On that note, I'm going to bed. I think we are pretty close to going into the breach, so the next time should be pretty exciting. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Have a good night. Till next time.